Tammie Ross is a trailblazing entrepreneur, author, and keynote speaker who has carved a distinguished path in the construction industry. As the CEO and general contractor of Residence by Ross, a minority woman-owned firm, she has transformed her passion for design into a thriving enterprise, turning houses into homes and dreams into blueprint. In her debut book, Breaking Ground, Breaking Glass Ceilings, a guide for finding success in a male-dominated industry, Ross shares her personal journey and offers actionable strategies to empower women navigating underrepresented fields. The book emphasizes resilience because you have to be resilient always as a woman, especially as an African American woman. The power of the growth of the mindset and the importance of building supportive networks. I always say we cannot do this with competition, we have to do it with collaboration. And the importance of building supportive networks, all while addressing challenges like imposter syndrome and microaggressions. Through her work, Tammie Ross continues to inspire and lead, advocating for equity, inclusion, and the transformative power of authentic leadership in a traditionally male-dominated field. I had the pleasure of also writing the foreword of Tammie's book. I'm going to do a quick read. It's very short. It's not too long, but I wanted to read it to you so I can read it again to Tammie. Tammie Ross is a rare visionary whose work goes beyond structures, touching the heart of community, culture, and resilience. As a trailblazer, her leadership challenges us to imagine a future where our built environments reflect diversity, strength, and beauty of all people. Her contributions are a testament to the limitless potential of those who follow in her footsteps. Tammie Ross' book is a must-read. The information within the pages will help you step into your power. And I can speak a little bit about that by being on the Food Network as being the first African American on that show, that we were a trailblazer for that show, and it was the highest rated show ever in Food Network history. So I consider myself to be Black history. So I also want to know and let Tammie know that I also see her as Black history as well. And it is also important that we celebrate our women. You know, it's a hard field when we talk about what we do, how we move, and how do we break into these male-dominated spaces where we can represent and be seen, not just physically, but actually hearing our voices. So I want to celebrate Tammie and encourage you guys to buy her book, because this is how we celebrate and support. We can not only say it in words, but we have to also do it in our action by supporting her. You got on the red power suit, my sister, so I mean, that pretty much says it all. But come on up, Tammie.
All right. Thank y'all.
And for those, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes, no, anytime. Yeah.
Thank you. I love you.
You know I love you. Yeah. Now, normally, let me tell you guys this. Normally, her book is $24.95, but tonight you get it for a special price of $20. You can see Patricia for that. We also have Venmo or Cash App, we can do any of that, however you want to get it, but take the time to read the book, because when people take the time to write a book and share their thoughts, it's sort of like looking into their soul and the things that they have gone through. Oftentimes we don't think about sharing our story because we don't think people wouldn't get it, but it is important for us to write it down, to have something in your hand for the next generation. It does not stop with Tammie. It doesn't stop with me. It actually starts with us.
That's
and hopefully
right.
we can empower other young women to step up, step out, and be seen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Powerful, powerful. So oftentimes as women, we never feel like we're quite good enough. Now for me, I've always felt like, I can do that. I can do that. But sometimes you catch yourself like, what are they gonna think of me, right? What are they gonna think of me? Especially coming up in the church and being a pastor's wife, you know, you gotta put on the images. But you have to get to a point in your life as a female, as Tammie talks about, you have to be comfortable with who you are and know your purpose and go after it with all intentionality. It's not whether the person likes it or not, it's whether you wanted to do it for yourself.
They give us confidence that we're on the right track, you know, by showing us what they've done to date, where it plays into the scope of what we need to do and the schedule of the entire project. So that's been helpful. And when I've had questions that were more anxiety based about any of those things, whether it's the project or what I want to choose for the materials that we're using, where we are with the budget. Both of them can give me like the answer, but Tammie is very skillful at communicating in a way that's comforting, you know. And I know she talks in her book, and she's spoken on the fact that men and women communicate differently. Mm-hmm. And so I appreciate that she's used that knowledge in her actual practice. So it's been helpful.
When we first moved to the Memphis area, Tammie and Rod were one of the first couples that we met when we moved down here. One of the homes that they built was right down the street from where we live now. We got to know them and really appreciate, as Monique was talking about earlier in regards to how they handle the business, really got a chance to appreciate that with them, working with them closely as personal friends. There's quite a few times where we may go back and forth, Monique and I, as to how a certain project might be, what we may like, who has good preference, and Tammie did a good job of being able to come in and say, be a good tiebreaker. And sometimes Monique wins, sometimes I may get a good go ahead.
Well, I did not know Tammie. I knew a good friend of mine, Yolanda Kirkland, who is sitting in this room with us as we speak. And so she sends me this Eventbrite. I said, I don't have time. I'm not going, because I don't get out at night much. And I said, well, where is it at? She said, well, it's at the Habitat Restore. I said, okay, I could do that. So I told my husband I was going to do it, and I'd be home by 7. Well, it's 8 now. He's not bothered. Anyway, so this is how I found out about it, through Yolanda. Yolanda has a relationship with Tammie through real estate. And so it's all a godsend. I'm just telling you, the way they met the Rosses and the way I met the Ross tonight is really, and then to be interviewed, it's like, oh, my little me, oh, baby.
I love it.
I love it.
Having that knowledge behind them to help in the design portion was really a blessing for us. So we were able to settle on what we wanted. And of course, what we wanted was a lot more than what our budget might allow. So there's a lot of conversation and collaboration to help narrow things down to what is going to fit both form, function, budget, and lifestyle. So it's been good on that front.
Even down to the point of how we're redoing the backyard, because when we talk about being able to play with our granddaughter, I'm even going to have my irrigation so they can, they're going to be able to run through them sprinklers and so forth and so on, to have that type of fun. So really look forward to being able to see the change, and we're starting to feel the difference in it now.
So the other part of it after the design was, just getting the work done, and we're really happy with it.
Even during COVID, we tried to get a lot of resources to come in and take a look at how we can make it happen. But ultimately, when we started working with Tammie and Rod, the decision to go with the hardscaping was really a good decision. Even though it may have been above what we initially thought, but it definitely is a positive long-term thing that's going to be very valuable for us.
Sweat right here?
You're good. Oh, he doesn't have it on.
Tammie's the kind of person, she's very, she is, what you see is what
Humanity Habitat, but this is nice.
This is their first event. It is, and girl, they opened it up to me, and they said they wanted to show support and open up the venue, and gave us the full run of it. Wasn't that nice?
You have a nice party.
So they're gonna start renting it out in either June or July. Okay. Yeah.
Very nice.
It was? I did not hear. Oh yes. Come on, Jesse.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How you doing, Brother Slay? Doing well? Amen.
Hey, yes.
There's something to that effect. Oh, this. Okay, I can't hold it that much longer.
I know, I got a knees. Jerry, I want you to come over here and take a picture with me.
You know I'm not taking it.
You better get over here and take a picture with me. You better get on over here and take a picture with me. This is my web guy. You better get over here, Jerry. Get over here, Jerry. Okay, you bet.
No one. Right here.
Thank you, Jerry.
She already knows this.
Yes. Well, the good thing about it is that you can choose whether or not you're going to post it or not. You in charge.
That's great. I brought Mama and Sister Break. Mama over there talking to.
Oh, you did?
Good, man?
Good. How you making?
I'm ready to pull the trigger tomorrow.
You got it all laid out? Okay.
Text me or email. I'll show you.
Okay.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm so glad you came. Awesome.
And tell me, is anybody you want me to interview?
You can choose. You know what? Her for sure. You mind if he interviews you? These are my customers here. Would y'all mind being on an interview? You can think about it.
Can't you see something? Hey, what's going on?
How are you liking how things are coming along in the backyard?
Good.
You like it?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Hey, Mr. Sharp. Thank you so much for coming. It's a picture with you. Thank you for coming. That means a lot to me.
I love you.
Oh, did you enjoy it so far?
I did.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you.